We got two movies. First up is Beauty and the Beast 3D, and it was actually supposed to be released 2 years ago, February 12, 2010, but after some bad test screenings, Disney decided to pull it completely. But with the success of The Lion King 3D this past September, they decided to re-release some more of their classics in 3D, beginning with Beauty and the Beast. Now, I got ripped online for my harsh criticisms of The Lion King 3D because of how poor the conversion was. Too many blurry scenes and stretches of the entire movie where there was no 3D at all. But Disney has done it right with Beauty and the Beast, giving it the 3D treatment it deserves. From the classic opening sequence with the stained glass windows to the glorious finale, the 3D in Beauty is used perfectly. And at times the conversion makes the background images, such as the statues in the castle, pop out and become true characters. But the 3D truly shines in the amazing musical numbers, such as Be Our Guest, which 3D was created for, and the ballroom sequence. And there's a moment you'll remember, if you're a fan of the movie, during the song Gaston, when LeFou is swung straight into the camera. Wait till you see that in 3D.
All right, it sounds like you really like this, and actually that's important because this is your favorite movie of all time. So
yes.
you would be a little upset if this didn't live up to your expectations.
Right, yes, I've seen this movie over a dozen times now, and I was worried about the 3D post-conversion, but it is very, very good.
All right, anything you weren't happy with, though?
I mean, there's always a thought in your mind when someone tries to mess with a movie, was this really necessary? But the 3D is great, and I think if people go see this movie, a lot of people, especially little ones, then this is going to be a success. And actually, in the theater right now, for your little ones, you can get special 3D glasses that they can wear, so this is actually great.
Okay, what grade do you give it?
On the Official Kid Greek report card, Beauty and the Beast 3D gets a B+.
All right, now also new this week, more songs in the gospel musical Joyful Noise. Some big stars in this one, right?
Right. Queen Latifah co-produces and stars as Vi Rose Hill, the newly appointed director of a gospel choir for a church in a small town in Georgia. Dolly Parton plays Gigi, who's also a choir member. She wanted to be the choir director, so the two don't get along. The town is in tough financial shape, and the one thing that brings everyone together and makes them happy is cheering for the choir as they take part each year in the National Joyful Noise competition. They've never made it to the finals, but this year could be different, thanks to Vi Rose's daughter, played by Keke Palmer, and Gigi's grandson, Jeremy Jordan. They're both great singers who bring some young energy and young love to the choir.
All right, now this movie seems to be, from what you're saying here, pretty straightforward. Are there any surprises?
I mean, it's actually a pretty cheesy storyline. It's nearly 2 hours long. It could have been cut by about 20 minutes, and that would have made for a much better film. I think the real reason to see Joyful Noise is for the music. I mean, the gospel choir singing is just fantastic. And the real surprise for this movie, Keke Palmer actually outsings everyone else.
Okay, so if you want a good time, you can go for that,
yes.
But don't expect much more. You mentioned Dolly Parton. It's been a while since we've, of course, seen her on the screen.
This is her first movie in about 20 years, and she has a lot of fun with this role, but the acting is kind of forced throughout. But this isn't just a musical comedy as the trailers, which you're seeing, and the commercials lead you to be. It actually has some dramatic elements as well. Some of them work, and some of them really don't.
All right, what grade do you give it?
On the Official Kid Greek report card, Joyful Noise gets a C+, inspirational music, but uninspired messages and themes, and an uninspired story.
So not a really joyful grade for the movie.
It's just okay, but can I hear an amen, Steve?
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you for making me do that.
Thank you very much.